Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome, to an updated match preview because I did one. I put it out too early and I think it caused a little issue with the whole exposure and everything when I rescheduled it. So I've decided that we're going to do this again and I'm going to try to make it as well shorter. Maybe it'll be better for you guys to watch. Its time span ain't the best. You know what I mean? Last one was like 20 minutes. But anyway, PSG versus FC Bayern München. We're back doing this. And yeah, man, listen, it'll be an interesting one. Also, I figured out today, it turns out we're wearing that white kit, not this one. So, but I'll wear it, don't matter. You know what I mean? But I have to change the thumbnails for all the stuff I've done Bayern PSG game related. So yeah, man, that's about it for me, just to keep you guys informed on why I'm doing this updated preview. But guys, before we begin, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications. Like, comment your way, go check socials, inshallah, you're well, wherever you may be. Now, I want to just start quickly because I do not want to waste too much time. First of all, I want to address what happened last night. And we kind of touched on it, me and Danny, big up Danny from Always Buying Chelsea. I'll put his link in the description. And I'll also put the link of Red and Blue, who I did the preview with as well. Go check out their channels, and also I will also pin the link to that stream that I did with them in the comments, and I'll leave somewhere around here for you guys to check it out after this. But anyways, so this was put out there, and obviously this is talking about how the Paris police, how they're gonna be basically structuring the whole entry to the stadium for the fans and all that stuff. Long story short, they're making it a pain in the ass to Bayern fans. And then here's my thing. Yeah, I have two questions for this. One, why is it always in Paris? That's the first thing. And second thing as well, why is it always Bayern fans? Why are Bayern fans always the target? I've noticed, like, a lot of the times, other fan bases would do similar acts or worse acts, and they not get as penalized for it. But with us, because of what happened with us with Copenhagen and the Lazio, I believe we got fined. But also on top of that, we could not have fans attending the games at the away end for the quarterfinal, which was at the Emirates Stadium. Like, it was just backwards, man. It was genuinely backwards. So, yeah, man, my thoughts are bun UEFA, and bun whoever's in charge of arranging this in Paris. I'll be honest, the whole security team and all. Like, listen, I understand they're trying to provide safety for the fans and that. I know PSG fans and Bayern fans can be pretty hostile, but when you also think about it, these things happen in these big games, these big European nights. You know what I mean? Fans from different parts of European countries. And now all of a sudden, now when it's Bayern PSG, no. We need to make sure that everyone's okay. Why don't you do it with everybody else then? I don't know. The energy ain't really reciprocating there, I'll be honest. They ain't keeping the same energy is what I'm saying. So that's my thoughts on that. But I'll be honest, by the end of it, everybody's probably going to be at the game. Everybody's going to be showing the support. But I will say, though, one more thing before we move on. For the fans that are basically going to the game for the first time ever, or a Bayern game for the first time ever, or vice versa, whatever. Actually, it's because mainly towards Bayern fans, actually. So, Bayern fans. I mean, imagine if we win, and then now they have to go through all that hassle. How are they going to feel? I'm very curious. But anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, now I want to talk about the game itself. I'm going to go through this very quickly because I already wasted like 4 minutes on this. Don't want to waste too much time. So, this is the lineup that these teams are used to playing. Now, when I talk to Quentin from, Red and Blue, go check him out again, like I said earlier, he was talking about how Mayulu may start. he said this may be the attacking trio because obviously Dembele won't be starting. He'll probably come off the bench, which, by the way, when he comes off the bench, he's going to be a dangerous threat, right? He also, and then another thing is as well, they don't have Doue. Doue is injured. So this is the attacking threat. So then obviously you have the midfield of Vitinha, Neves, and Zaire-Emery, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Ruiz is injured as well. I don't know what the injury is, but okay. Doesn't say anything about Ruiz here. So it says Zabarni suspended, Desiree Doue out. So what, is Ruiz part of the squad? I don't know. I don't think I was informed about that in yesterday's stream. And then obviously you have Hakimi, Mendes. Beraldo is definitely not going to play. It's going to be Marquinhos because Zabarni got a red card and Marquinhos is experienced. And then Pacho next to him. And then with us, it's standard. I know that Bischoff played last game, but realistically, this is what's going to look like. You know what I mean? This is going to be our main 11. And yeah, the usual suspects out. You know the rest. You know, Musiala, Davies, Ito, Enrique, company managers. We know that. And it's going to be interesting how they both do chess match. I actually think because they're both the managers and the way they like to coach is going to be very interesting between these two. 15 out of 15 for us. And for them, they are better than us in the Champions League by a goal because they scored one more and conceded one less. However, in the league, they haven't been at their best. And I was informed as well, Kvaratskhelia loves a Champions League night compared to a Ligue 1 night. Like, that's just an example of what's going on with them. Chevalier could be a target. He genuinely could be a target for us. But that's besides the point. Now, I want to say this. What do Bayern München need to do to beat PSG? Listen, obviously, we've won all our games. No draws, no losses. Fantastic. Today, it could be over. Or maybe it's not. Who the hell knows? But for us to maintain this, we're gonna need to be laser focused on whatever the hell they're trying to do. We can't be sleepy at a single moment because this is gonna be a game filled with fine margins. Fine margins. I'm not joking. Yeah. A difference between us winning and losing could be Jonathan Tah being off position and sleeping. God knows. You know? Or Stanisic lacking concentration against Hakimi. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones. Also, I will say another thing. I know company at times likes to play Laimer on the left. In this game, he has to play on the right. Because Mendes, he needs to get double teamed. This brother, DD, needs to get double teamed, yeah? And obviously, there's Upamecano that's going to be having to deal with Kvaratskhelia or Laimer at times. Has to drop back and try to, deal with him. Or whoever the hell, maybe Kimmich, another guy. You know what I mean? Like, their main threats, we're going to have to take some big risks in double teaming these guys. Last time we played them, to be honest, that's what we kind of did. Pavlovic and Kimmich, overloading midfield. Yeah, our fullbacks was doing the same thing. Like, that was basically the beginning of what's happening this season. Genuinely, what happened in that PSG game was the beginning. Do I think we played amazing that game towards the end? No, because I thought we choked it. But that was actually surprisingly a great start. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I thought, and I looked back and I'm like, damn, I actually didn't appreciate that game enough. You know what I mean? So, listen, all I'll say is we need to be laser focused, see where their flaws are, and pounce. For example, I think Chevalier is a flaw. Harry Kane dropping deep, or whether he's in the box, right place, right time, hopefully. See what's going on with Chevalier's positioning. Same with Gnabry, same with Diaz. Yeah, and by the way, Diaz, I beg, your finishing better be sorted. Yeah, his finishing better be sorted. And Olise better be on it as well against Mendes, because Mendes is no joke. Now, let's get to the lineup. I'm going to try to make this quick as well. It's been 8 minutes so far. Goalkeeper, Neuer, obviously. You know what I mean? Standard. Then you're going to have Laimer, like I said, play him right back. Let him try to help Olise deal with Mendes. He maybe has to deal with, what's his name? Kvaratskhelia or Barcola, depending on which side they play on. Stanisic on the left back area, he needs to be focused, though. Yeah. Last game, Bischoff was amazing against Leverkusen, but Leverkusen didn't do much. They didn't actually do much. So, obviously, when you're not doing much, it's easier for the other guy to perform, innit? And that's what kind of happened. And that's not me taking anything away from Bischoff, but this is a game where we need experience. Stasic has just a bit more experience than Bischoff. You get me? And here's the thing. Todd needs to be focused as well because he has this thing of like, I have to be off position so I can be aggressive with the other guy. And then by then it's a bit exposed. Like Upamecano's on his own. Like, we don't need that. We generally do not need that. You get me? Pavlovic and Kimmich going to be key as well. Like, this is going to be a game of the midfields because you have Vitinha, João Neves, and Zaire-Emery on the other side. That's going to be trying to deal with them. But that's why we need to overload that midfield, especially with Laimer as well at times. You get me? And then obviously you'll have the Olises, the Diaz, the Nabris, and the Canes up top to try to take care of business. And at the other end, up top. So, yeah, hopefully that lineup works. Hopefully they're clinical. Hopefully they're laser focused. Hopefully they're also aggressive enough to the point that where PSG gets caught off guard and we take advantage of every opportunity that we get and we move. Now, what do I predict for this game? Listen, like I said in the other preview, I'm going to say here. I don't think we win our 16th, but I don't think we lose our first. Again, I genuinely mean it. This is going to be a draw. And I think it ends up being 1-0. I think it's going to be one of those games in which fine margins determines what happens. I also do think we're going to... Company and Enrique will probably try to cancel one another out, and they will probably do a good job in that. Some people might call this game boring just because of how much canceling out that there's going to be. But I actually think this might be one that it's entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. It seems pretty bit rushed, but again, I don't want to make it too long for you guys. Hopefully I haven't. And yeah, that's about it. We will be back for the watch along later on tonight, inshallah, bi'idhnillah al-azim. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, if Sam responds, hopefully he does, we should be doing, what was it? The Rotten Los Blancos show on his channel. So stay tuned to that as well. So, yeah, guys, listen, you guys know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press the alarm bells for future content notifications. Again, now, like, comment your way. Go check socials. Inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. Mia san mia, pak mas, and you know the rest. Take care, and see y'all later.